You watched these stars grow, you saw them evolve, you watched their struggle, and at some point, you even asked yourself, is this all there is to my favorite player? I mean, they had a great start, but along the line, they just faded. Who is the best of the lost gen of tennis? So let's figure out who is the best. David Ferrer. David Ferrer is right when he says, I gave it all I had, and I have no regrets, even if he will probably be included in lists of the greatest players never to win a Grand Slam in the years to come. I'm pretty sure he must have wished he was born a little bit earlier. He most likely would have won a few Grand Slam championships, particularly in Roland Garros, on his preferred clay court surface. Unfortunately for him, the Big Four, Andy Murray, Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and Novak Djokovic, were at their best during the years when he was in his prime. Instead, he must be content with his 27 ATP singles victories, the largest of which was the 2012 Paris Masters triumph, a career-high ranking of number 3, and a second-place finish at the French Open. In case you were curious about how unlucky this man was unlucky, let's have a look. But before that, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to like and subscribe for more amazing content. Okay guys, moving on to how unlucky Ferrer was. He made it to 1 final, 3 semi-finals, 4 quarterfinals, and 8 Grand Slams between January 2012 and September 2013, losing 6 times to one of the Big Four. Often nicknamed the Little Beast or Little Terrier because of his tenacity, Ferrer's peers rated him as one of the best. They must have been trying to ease his pain, I'm sure, because he didn't win any Grand Slam. The man had no regrets. Up until when he hung up his racket, he did so with his head held high. Where is he now? Retired. He gave up after so many tries. Darn the Big Four. Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. Although France has produced a long line of high-level tennis professionals throughout the years, few have captured spectators quite like Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. Tsonga will be dearly missed by fans who are heartbroken by his retirement in May, which is due to multiple injuries. The emotional announcement just showed how much the fans love him. 2008 was a watershed moment in Tsonga's career, helping to establish his name and bringing him into the limelight. But bear in mind, it was not his best year. Tsonga joined the 2008 Australian Open as an unseeded player after winning the ATP Newcomer of the Year title in 2007. Despite this, he dominated the competition and advanced to the final. Tsonga accomplished this by winning against 4 seeded players. This includes a remarkable straight-set victory over Rafael Nadal in the semi-finals. He has had a long and brilliant playing career, but his finest year in terms of performance occurred in 2012, when he achieved 2 career highlights, a world ranking of 5th and Olympic silver. He won a series of important season victories, including the 2012 Qatar Open Championship, to establish a career-high ATP world ranking of 5th. Tsonga had more success in the 2012 Moselle Open, which he won with relative ease, after reaching the semi-finals of the 2012 Australian Open, the quarterfinals of the French Open, and the quarterfinals of Wimbledon, despite playing with a severely damaged finger. What happened to him? He's retired, and all his slam prospects are long gone. Grigor Dimitrov. At the Brisbane International, where he made his first singles final of his career, Andy Murray beat Dimitrov in straight sets to start the 2013 campaign. During the clay court season, Dimitrov bested Novak Djokovic in the Matua Madrid Open second round before falling in 3 sets to the 8-time defending champion Rafael Nadal in the quarterfinals. He earned his first ATP singles championship the same year, upsetting reigning winner David Ferrer, a fellow lost gen, at the Stockholm Open. I think Dimitrov tried his best. Do you know what it means to go toe-to-toe against Rafael Nadal? Look at this. At the 2014 Wimbledon Championships, Dimitrov's win against the 3rd-seeded defending champion Andy Murray in straight sets in the quarterfinals to go to his first Grand Slam semi-final. If you think 2014 was good, try 2017. The 2017 season was by far his most successful to date. He won 4 tour titles, his first Masters 1000 title, qualified for the 2017 ATP Finals, racked up 8 top 10 wins, and finished the year as the world's number 3 ranked player, making him the highest ranked Bulgarian player in history. Pretty sure you're wondering, if he's got all that, then what the hell happened to him? Well, he's stuck at world number 32 right now, and honestly, it doesn't look like he'd be doing anything sensational anytime soon. That's because he's dealing with a leg injury that doesn't want to leave him. Talking about sensational players, let's have a look at Milos Raonic. Milos Raonic, with 8 ATP Tour Championships and a Wimbledon Finals appearance in 2016, the 2-time Canadian Press Male Athlete of the Year, has won the respect of his colleagues and a reputation as a trailblazer for Canadian tennis. However, the 31-year-old has been plagued by injuries in his quest to win his first Grand Slam championship. The former world number 3 has never hesitated in expressing his desire to win a major championship. However, with a new generation of teenage tennis stars developing, some of his detractors believe that his opportunity is closing fast. Do you also think that? Well, I'm sure you are, because I am. When Raonic is fit, he has shown to be a consistent top 10 player and deserves consideration as a Grand Slam dark horse. Only time will tell whether Raonic ultimately wins the big one. Regardless, his achievements have won him the title of Canadian tennis trailblazer, which will endure the test of time. What happened to him? Sadly, he's gone inactive to become a shareholder and partner of the Tennis Club of Canada, so he's definitely not leaving the lost generation of tennis. Well, that's not all regarding the lost gen. There's also Kei Nishikori. Nishikori won his first ATP Tour Championship in the 2008 Delray Beach Open, 7 months after making his tour-level debut in Los Angeles. The then 18-year-old won the title after winning 8 sets in qualifying. Nishikori, who was 18 years old, 1 month and 19 days old, surpassed Rafael Nadal, who was 18 years, 2 months and 12 days old, as being the third youngest tennis player to secure an ATP championship. He made history by being the first Asian player to compete in a Grand Slam singles final at the 2014 US Open, reaching a career-high number 4 after reaching back-to-back finals in Memphis and Acapulco. Nishikori has the best record in deciding sets in the Open era. He has a 74.2 victory percentage in deciding sets, 132-46, which puts him above second place Novak Djokovic at 73.5% and third place John McEnroe at 73.5%. What a legend. Sadly, he peaked at the wrong time. With injuries plaguing his career, he doesn't seem to be leaving the lost gen anytime soon. Speaking of peak, how about Tomas Berdych? Tomas Berdych faced the big three a total of 78 times, losing the bulk of those meetings. Was someone trying to set him up? His win-loss record against Rafael Nadal is 20-4, including the Wimbledon final in 2010. Berdych won 3 of the pair's first 4 meetings, all on hard courts. In the 2015 Australian Open quarterfinals, the Czech also overcame Nadal in straight sets. With a win-loss record of 25-3 versus Novak Djokovic, Tomas Berdych has played the most matches against the Serb of the big three. Aside from the Wimbledon semi-finals in 2010, he also won against Novak Djokovic in the 2013 Italian Open quarterfinals and Bangkok in 2008. Their most recent clash was in the Wimbledon quarterfinals in 2017, when the Serb was forced to quit due to injury. Berdych's notable triumphs have come against Roger Federer. Federer has won 20 of the 26 meetings. Berdych beat the Swiss in the Wimbledon quarterfinals in 2010, the Athens Olympics in 2004, and the US Open semi-finals in 2012. What happened to him? Well, he dropped out of the top 100 and his best days have passed. Hold up, we're not done yet. How about Kevin Anderson? Anderson, who went through the US collegiate system, became a professional in 2007 at 20. He won 7 ATP championships during his career, beginning with the South African Open in his hometown of Johannesburg in 2011, and finishing with the Newport Open victory in July 2021. Without diminishing his ATP triumphs, his most notable accomplishments were arguably reaching 2 Grand Slam finals in a year. First, he lost to Nadal in the 2017 US Open final after being the lowest-ranked player to reach the men's final at number 32. While he may have won more championships if he hadn't battled against some of the game's all-time greats like Federer, Nadal and Djokovic, Anderson considers himself fortunate to have faced them. What happened to him? Well, after a terrific few years, he retired in May with a ranking of 107 in the world. Who do you think is the best? With probably the 3 greatest players in history virtually matching each other's prize for the trophy, there isn't much room at the top. While the big 3 continue to triumph, the lost gens are definitely past their prime. Similarly, all lost generation members, including John Isner, David Goffin, Richard Gasquet and Gael Monfils, have empty trophy cases, having never achieved the global top 5. Honestly, I think it's quite clear who was the best of the lost gen. Personally, I'd pick David Ferrer. Why? The man started his career as early as 2000 and already became a special list in tennis. In fact, he was tagged the clay court specialist because he secured 13 of his 24 career titles on the surface. Don't forget, he also had success on other surfaces, going as far as becoming a finalist at the 2013 French Open without losing a single set. You think that's all? Definitely not. He went as far as the semi-finals of the US Open and Australian Open twice each. He was also part of the Spanish Davis Cup team that won the title in 2008, 2009 and 2011. He achieved his first top 10 ranking in 2006, just 6 years after his early career, and attained an all-time high of number 3 in the world ranking. He is widely considered as the best player not to have won a Grand Slam. A king in my books. Who was your favourite player? Comment below.